It's Bellah. Welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be premiering my contract episode series, and this is the very first one. Did you know that most of the maids in Gulf countries don't know their rights as maids? They don't know the rules and regulations their bosses have to abide by till the end of the contract. So just sit down. If you're new, please subscribe, like, and comment. This is going to be helpful. Please share the link in most groups. Most of them don't know about this, and they really need to know about it. I'm going to be translating it in Luganda. Yeah, this is it. Standard employment contract for domestic survive workers bound for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is a very same contract that Dubai uses, and Jordan, Oman, they use this very one. So it isn't the big issue if it is Saudi Arabia. This employment contract is executed and entered into by and between the employer and the employee. First and foremost, there are the details of the employer, that is part A, who is going to employ you, the street number, ID number, all stuff. Then the second is a domestic service worker. Babena Bogera, where are you from? I'm going to be using Luganda and English, so be attentive. The employer and the domestic service worker hereby voluntarily bind themselves to the following terms and conditions. City of work, batekamu city chogendo kutukalamu okoleramu ng'otuuse Saudi Arabia. Contract duration, this is the time that you're going to spend with the contract. Contract egenda twala bangachi gy'okolera. The contract shall be valid for a period of 2 years, commencing from the date of arrival of the worker in Saudi Arabia. The monthly wages shall be calculated for payment from such date. So, olunaku lwotuukira ddala ku airport nga wakalinye Saudi Arabia, that is the day gye batandika countingiramu the salary bagikuwa kwa olunaku lwotuuse Saudi Arabia. Abamu mukola ensobi basobola okumala ennaku nga bakuwaddemu ka leave. That is the day you count. You're supposed to count the day wotuukira Saudi Arabia. Bosulu alina okuweera ssente. It doesn't matter oba omaze ebbanga ki nga tokola nga wakatuuka ewaka. Bamanyi okuwaamu ka rest. Waliwo bakama abo nga balungi okuwaamu ka rest for like 3 days before you start working. But you need to be very, very smart. Olunaku lwotuukira ku Saudi Arabia airport nga bakakujja ewaka, that is the day you start counting. That is the day of salary. Bw'oba otuuse ku airport ya Saudi Arabia on 1st January, balina okuwa salary on 1st February. That is a month. Let's go on. In accordance with the regulations prevailing in both countries, the worker and the employee and the employer agree on a monthly salary of 900 riyal, Saudi Arabia riyal. Gino giba mitwalo 9 e Uganda. The sente ze balina okuwa, banange mubere very attentive, mubere very strict. This is my friend yangamba yatuuka Saudi ne bamuwa emitwalo 6 omwezi ogwasooka n'atabuka kuba yali amanyi contract kyekola kikyegamba. So be very attentive. On the first month bayinza okwekwasa, the first week we were training you what to do, ne bakuwa half of your money. Be very, very keen and very smart. The fourth point is the worker shall be subject to a trial period of 90 starting from the date of her commencement of work. Yes, trial. Gino giba myezi 3 bw'oba onaasobola ng'okola oba tosobole ng'okita. Yes, they give you a trial. Oba bossiwo, the employer shall be entitled to terminate the contract during this period without notice or compensation. That is point 4. Employer bw'agamutanda na terminating tebakuwa compensation, tebakuwa yadde ekikumi. Bw'oba abadde alina complaint nga it's a strong point nga toyagala kukola your week or staff complaints eziri nga omuntu asobola oziwuliriza, takkirizibwa kuwa yadde ekikumi. The employer shall help the worker to open a bank account. Kino kikulu. Guys, kino ekintu kikulu. Mwebuuza, tukola tutya? Bossi wo ateekeddwa okugulirawo bank nga watikatuuka n'ateekangayo ssente zo every month n'akuleetera receipt. The wages shall be deposited regularly at the end of every month in the said account. The employer shall help the worker to remit her wage or his wage through proper banking channels. Those ekyo mukitegedde. Alina okugula account mu gundi ziri legal, rather. Mu banking accounts ezili legal mu Saudi Arabia or any other Gulf country. The worker shall be provided with continuous and undisturbed rest of at least 9 hours per day. Oyina okuwumula hours mwenda, at least ekitone nnyo. So bw'oba nga towumula, wallahi you need a rest. Mwebereremu. Gino emirimu gyeno gimenya. Bw'oteebereramu kabaka weddemu. Guys, mwebereremu. Bannanga abawala mwebereremu. Abasajja mwebereremu. Eno contract etugavaninga ffenna abali mu Arabic countries, Gulf countries. So if you don't rest for these 9 hours per day, you're not safe. Your health is in trouble. You need help, you know. Mwebereremu, know the rules and regulations. Contract ekunyumire. The 7th is the worker shall be entitled to 1 day rest per week. If she works on her holiday with mutual consent, he or she shall be provided with another day rest. Those are mukitegedde. Bakuwamu day off. I'm reading the contract nga bwetambula. Abamu temunenya naye nga this is what is written. You see? This is a document. I'm reading it. And please pay attentive. Oyina olunaku lumu olw'okuwumula. Abasinga bakwa Friday. Ebiseera ebisinga eno mu zinensi bakwa Friday okuwummuzaamuko n'okulongoosa room yo, okwetereza owummuzekoko ku bwongo. Bw'oba nga tebakuwadde olunaku osobola bagamba mumpe Tuesday ne balukuwa n'oweewummuza. The next is the employer shall pay for the transportation of the worker from the point of origin in Uganda to the site of employment and back to such point of origin in Uganda. Upon expiry of the contract, he shall ensure that the worker is repatriated in time. Eno egamba nti agenda sasula worker, agenda sasula transportation, buli kimu kiri entitled ku employer wo okusasulira from Uganda mpaka wotuuka ewuwe. Buli kimu, all the dues are on your employer. Gwenga gwe domestic worker. Ate bw'oba omazeeko contract yo nga ng'onaatera omumalako bannange, be attentive. Gamba gundi wakugulirirawo gundi ticket oddireyo waka mu budde. Abamu mulindira contract nesooka neggwako n'olyoka omugamba agule, kyova olaba mwongerayo omwezi gumu nga tanaba kugulira ticket. Mwebereremu. The next is the employer shall provide the worker suitable and sanitary living quarters as well as adequate food, clothing and daily usable. This is the basic needs by Nozi providing, starting from food, clothing, shelter and all stuff. Buli kimu obeera ne room yo, olina okubeera ne room yo, olina okwambala, balina okugulira engoye, balina okugulira ebizigo, almost everything balina okigula lwansonga obeera wuwe. Alina okuketaringa for each and everything ky'oba weetaaga. Sanitary pads, girls sanitary pads oba ozeetaaga. Bw'oba nga tebazikuwa genda okozese, bateekayo mu binaabiro byabwe, balongoosa ne bateeka mu binaabiro byabwe pads. Okozese ezo for the sake of girls. For acceptable medical reasons that shall be allowed to rest and shall continue to receive regular wage. Bw'oba nga oli mulwadde nga bakututte mu ddwaliro nga bakututte mu ddwaliro balina okusasula still. Bwe bakutwala mu ddwaliro ne womazeeyo bbanga ki balina okusasula those months z'otakoze. The employer shall bear all expenses incurred in such medical treatment. Mukama wo yalina okusasulira all the dues hospital. Tewali akulimba mbu olina okwesasulira. Bw'olwala n'ogenda ku ndiri buli kimu be balina okikusasulira. Tebakulimba bakama abo nti gwe alina obbisasula, sente ogenda zijjawo. After 2 years of service, if the worker and the employer agree to extend the contract, the worker is entitled to return to Uganda to spend her paid vacation leave of 30 days for every 2 years of service with a round-trip economy class ticket provided by the employer without charging the worker. Bw'omalangako contract n'otuuka ku nzikiriziganya Oluganda, n'otuuka ku nzikiriziganya ne bossi wo nga wandiyagadde okwongezaayo contract, alina osooka n'akuleka n'agulira ticket. Eyo expense teba yo yagulira ticket, toteekangamu ssente mugenda Uganda ngugenda kukomawo, akugulira ticket, genda weewummuzeemu mwezi gumu, weewa obudde owummulemu weebake nga tolina stress, olyoka olinnya ennyonyi okomewo. Sigwa alina ogyesasulira ticket. You got it? So this is the very last one in this episode. In case of death, the employer and the Saudi recruitment agents shall inform the Uganda authorities and the worker's next of kin. The employer is responsible for the repatriation of the worker's remains and personal belongings to Uganda as soon as legally possible and without undue delay. In case of the repatriation of remains is not possible, the employer should obtain the approval family, the Uganda's embassy. Bw'oba ofiiridde eno employer byo ebintu byo byonna bye bosigazza abalina obbitikana bitwala ewammwe, buli kimu kyoba sente zo abalina ozisindika zoba wakolera ng'ofiiridde eno, oba badde tannakusasula oba badde azitereka mu banka, alina okukola transactions ne zigenda ewammwe direct ku next of kin ogwo oba wateeka mu contract ng'osayininga. So with that said, the next episode is coming soon. Share this episode, and many of the workers don't know their rights in the houses they are in. Push this. Be blessed. Wait for the next episode.